Hi students, my name is Sir Arnold and for today we will be discussing Math 7, Introduction to Sets. Enable for you to better understand Introduction to Sets, let us first define our terms. And the first term that we need to define is, of course, the word set. According to the definition, set is a well-defined collection of distinct objects. I know this is still vague for you. That's why we have to define the words that define set. The first one is the word well-defined. What does well-defined mean? We say well-defined if it is specific and precise. So meaning a set must have a specific and precise definition. When you say specific and precise, we can easily identify what are the objects or the members of that set. The second one is distinct, meaning inside a set, the members must be unique and different to each other. There must be no identical. They might be similar, but not completely identical. So meaning, to conclude, set is a well-defined collection of distinct objects where it contains a specific definition and as well as contains a distinct object or unique objects. Let us have these examples. Set of farm animals. This is well defined. Why? Because according to the definition, it is farm animals, or it talks about farm animals. And we can easily identify what are the members of this set, which are farm animals. We cannot say that eagle is a farm animal. That's why eagle is not part of this set. We can say that pig is a farm animal. That's why pig belongs to this set. So any farm animal belongs to this set of farm animals because it is well defined. Now the question is, are all elements distinct? Yes, of course. Even if you have multiple pigs, it will only be counted as one because it is one species of pig. If we have chicken or 10 chickens or 20 chickens, then that will only be counted as one chicken because that is a species of a farm animal. Let's have another example. Set of baking tools. Is this well defined? Yes, it is well defined because these tools are not just tools. It is very specific that these tools are for baking. So meaning we cannot say that we will include here the tools that we use to fix cars. Let's say Phillips screws. We cannot say that Phillips screws or screwdriver is included in this set because that's not baking tools. Since this is well defined and also distinct, because even if we have a lot of spatulas there, a lot of rolling pins there, they will only be counted as one because they are only, or yeah, they are only one type. They are all um, rolling pins, they are all spatulas, they are all whisks, and so on and so forth. So meaning the objects are distinct. And since this set is well defined and distinct, we can say that this is a good set. Next, polygon or a set of polygons. So here we have sets of polygons. Can we say that this is well defined and distinct? Number one, yes, it is well defined. Why? Because the set only focuses on the polygons itself. So meaning we cannot include circle. And we know that. We cannot include a line because that's not a polygon. So we can easily identify the members of the set. That's why it is well defined. Now, are these distinct? Yes. Each element is distinct or unique because a triangle is a triangle. Even if there are a lot of triangles there, they are only called triangle. They will only be called triangle. Even if we have there a lot of rectangles, they are called rectangles and they will only be written once, or they will only be described ones. They are all rectangles. So meaning set of polygons is a good set or is a well-defined set. Let us have this activity. You just have to tell me if this set is well-defined or not. So number one, a set of large numbers. Do you think this is well-defined or specific and precise? No. Why? Because a lot of people, different people do have their own perception or own preference of large numbers. Maybe for me, large number is millions. Maybe for you, large numbers would be hundreds. So we have different standards. And if we can incorporate different standards of people, then therefore that will not be a well-defined set. Next one, a set of numbers which are multiples of 3. Do you think this is well-defined? Yes. Why is it well-defined? Because it is very specific that the numbers that belong to this set would be the only numbers which are multiples of 3. So we cannot say that 2 is included here because 2 is not multiple of 3. But we can say 6, 12, 15, 9, and so on are multiples of 3. And since we can easily identify the different members of this set, then we can say that this is a well-defined set. The third one, a set of good writers. Do you think this is a well-defined set? Of course not. Why? Because we do have our own preference and standards when we are identifying a writer, whether he or she is good or not. So meaning maybe for me, a writer is good, but for you, the same writer is not good. So we do have our own standards of good writers. Then therefore, we cannot say that it is well defined. So it's not. Next, number 4. A set of nice people in your class. Can you identify nice people in your class? Yes. And that is your preference. Maybe for you, he or she is a nice person. Maybe for me, he's not. Maybe for you, he or she is a nice person. Maybe for your classmate, he or she is not. Then therefore, since we can still incorporate here different standards, then therefore, we cannot say that this is well defined. Let's have a last example. A set of subjects in junior high school. Do you think this is well defined or not? Very good. It is well defined because we can easily identify what are the subjects in junior high school. So we have Filipino, English, Math, Science, Araling Panlipunan, ESP, TLE, and MAPE. No more, no less. So all of those are the subjects in junior high school and we can easily identify them. And since we can easily identify them and there are no such standards or different standards that we can incorporate here, then therefore we can say that this is well-defined set. Any questions? And I think you understood this lesson and you are ready to answer activities 1 and 2 on your LAS or learning activity sheets. If you have any questions, just message me through private message. Bye!